stripper came over.
And what do you do with the stripper?
What do you mean? I mean,
Tell me the truth, Luke, because you know I'm gonna find out.
the stripper did the stripper stuff. I mean, she came over for...
You touched her?
I didn't touch her. I mean, what...
I mean, listen, how many times are we going to see a couple do this, you know? I'm starting to think that maybe she's doing this because they really want to stay on the show. So she's really going above and beyond to, you know, act out like this. But let's just go with but let's just behave as if this is actually her general reaction. So let's talk about it. Is it okay for somebody to react in this way? The man has come up to you and he said to you, listen, I need to be honest with you. You said you didn't want me to have any strippers or anything like that. Well, my friends decided to throw me a bachelor party without me knowing, and they decided to get a stripper to come without me knowing. The stripper was there, the stripper was dancing and stuff, but I didn't touch her, I didn't get involved. Even though I don't think that's necessarily true, but either way though, he's obviously had the decency of going to her and telling her before she finds out from another source. For example, when it came to Jasmine and Gino, Jasmine didn't find out until the tail wall that obviously, you know, Gino had gone to a strip club and he was literally all over the women. I mean, he had told her that about it, but he didn't give it the full extent. You see what I'm saying? With him, obviously, he's going to obviously open up and say this is the situation, because he wants to be fully transparent with her and he wants to make sure that trust is something that they can have. But we know that trust is something that they've never had, because there's always a complaint about something when it comes to these two. Whether it's trust regarding money or trust regarding infidelity, trust is just all over the show with these two. Do you see what I'm saying? But the matter of fact is, though, is it okay for her to react the way she reacted, to throw food, cake all over his face, given the fact that all he did was open up about something that he wanted to be honest about? Because let's talk about it. There's a lot of men who struggle to open up to their partners. Why? Because they fear the reaction of their partner, because their partner doesn't give them a safe place to be able to be open about whatever it is they want to be open about. The fact that he was being open about this and she reacted this way, how is he meant to move forward and actually put himself in a position where he's going to feel confident enough to always want to approach her with information that he knows may not be the best, but it's something that has to be communicated, because a relationship needs communication. So the question is, do you think that her reaction was warranted, or do you think her reaction was absolutely over the top?
What?
We're supposed to get married, Madeleine.
No, the marriage is cancelled. Door of my car.
No, Madeleine.
Close the door of my
Madeleine.
car. It's over. It's over.
Now, obviously, annoyingly, we know that they do get married anyway, because it's been all over social media they get married. So it's just whatever. But the fact that she got the ring, she threw it, that's just ridiculous. You know, and then also on top of that, when he was obviously trying to have a conversation with her, she's like this. The level of disrespect when somebody clicks at you is crazy business. But you know what though? Do I feel sorry for him in this situation? Absolutely not. He's the one that decided to pursue a relationship with somebody like her. And to be honest with you, I'm still trying to come to terms with the fact that he's in a relationship with somebody that is literally looks like a minor, to be honest with you. You know, when he got over when she was a minor, that still itself in particular is just a madness. But at the end of the day, he's the one that signed up for a relationship with this girl and knowing exactly who she is and how she is, and he's the one that continues to tolerate it. So therefore, obviously, however this obviously panned out, where is there room for us to realistically have sympathy for him? If you ask me, there isn't. He chose this. So there is that part. He could have walked away. For me personally, if somebody throws anything at me, I'm definitely not going to go chase him down and say to them, "Are we still getting married?" Are you mad? Are you actually mad? To be fair, I never put myself in that position anyway. That's the grand scheme of it. So again, that's why I say I don't feel sorry for him, because he's still actively pursuing a woman who is treating him in this way. I mean, you can argue it's a child, but you know, there's that part. But nonetheless, though, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section.
To Thailand for about a year, and things did not go as I planned. We were fighting constantly, and it was not working. Fighting became very toxic. I couldn't take it anymore. So we broke up, and then I came back to the States. See, and insecure.
Ah, dear. Another couple bites the dust. Okay, what do we do here, hey? These two have been together for 12 years. 12 freaking years. And even lived together at one point in Thailand. It didn't work out, so they broke up. But here's the catch though. They didn't just break up, you know, obviously that one time in Thailand. Over the space of 12 years. Do you know how many times these two have broken up, folks?
Securities. So Dylan and I have broken up 20 times.
20 times. 20 times. And now she wants to up and leave her life in the States to move all the way to Australia. to be with him, you know, in the hopes, and I say hopes strongly, but the hopes that he's going to propose to her. But here's the catch though, folks. Here's the catch. Not only is she got the hope that he's going to propose to her, well, there's more to that one. Let's get into it.
He was definitely a runner. He would question our relationship and would end up breaking up with me. Gets older, he's realizing this is the girl that I want to be with, my dream girl. I don't know if you know this, but he did propose to me in Vegas.
Okay.
Like 3 years after we were together, but he ended up taking the ring back.
So they've broken up 20 times, and those 20 times, there's even a part where he proposed to her, but then decided to go back on his word. Let's just let that sink in. But she still wants to be with this man. She still has hopes that things are going to work out with this man when she moves to Australia. She's already experienced leaving her job, leaving her life to go to Thailand to be with this man. It didn't work out. She went back to Vegas. They broke up. Then they got back together again. Been doing long distance for a minute. And now they want to try again, but this time in his homeland, in Australia. And this time she thinks it's going to be different? This is literally the story of 90 Day Fiancé.
He wasn't ready at the time.
Are you kidding me right now?
He was young.
It doesn't matter.
It was 9 years ago. We get married, so it will work. He's going to propose to me, and I'm going to give him one last chance.
So let's let this sink in. He proposed to her 9 years ago. It is 9 years later, and she still wants another proposal. Like, lady, why is it taking 9 years for him to get in a position where he may decide to propose to you again? 9 years since the first one. You two have been on and off 20 times in that timeline. Why would the hell would she think anything's gonna be different? Why is she moving around so desperate and so delusional? And so stupid as well, for that matter. Crazy because they both work in the same industry pretty much. She's a stripper or pole dancer or whatever. I think she's a pole dancer, not a stripper. She's a pole dancer. You know, and he's pretty much a stripper, to be fair. You know what I mean? Goes and, you know, does little female gigs and whatnot, little birthday parties and engagement parties, them hen do's, those kind of situations. You know what I mean? Gets out his body, all that kind of stuff. I mean, the good thing is they're both in the same line of work, so I guess, you know, they can't judge each other for that, but they understand the industry stuff in particular. Not the same job, but similar industry. But nonetheless, though, when is she going to realize that this man is not for her? If your man is for you and he is him, he's your chosen one, he's your soulmate, he's your destiny. That's if you believe in any of that stuff, folks. Well, then 20 times tells you that this guy clearly is not it. The thing that I can't fathom is that this is a woman, obviously, of her age. Why has she wasted 9 years of her 12 years of her life, for that matter, being around the same guy where she could have found someone else this whole time? Maybe she found it hard to find a man that was going to accept her for her profession. Maybe that was the case, and he was the only one. Who knows? It's crazy though, because I'm expecting at some point in their conversation, that conversation about infidelity. Surely that's going to happen. Surely that has happened at some point. You know what I mean? So yeah, just gotta wait and see obviously how this develops with these two. But yeah, I don't feel sorry for her because she's a freaking idiot. 20 times is just ridiculous, guys. Come on now. Let me know what you're thinking down below.
You don't understand what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't feel like my room because it's filled with your stuff and there's no space for my stuff. That's what I'm saying.
And feel your stuff out. Those there, take them into the garage. If you want to draw, tip everything out, put it in the bin and put your... I'm fine to be the breadwinner here and support you and give you what you want to be happy. But I think there needs to be a realistic cap on it.
You bought an upgraded engine on your car that you did not need.
You know, this guy is an interesting dude, man. Like, so, you know, he knows that this lady literally traveled all the way from the States to want to be with him in the UK. Doesn't even bother, you know, clearing out his room, making space for her, and then he tells her that he wants her to make space for herself. If she wants any space, all she's got to do is take down his clothes and put him in the garage by herself. Why couldn't he do it beforehand? And how is she supposed to know what clothes you're going to be okay with being moved and relocated to a different location of the house? What if one day you wake up and you want something, but then you can't find it because she moved it? And she doesn't even know what the hell you're talking about because she just moved anything and everything purely because she needed to make space for her stuff because you couldn't do it for her. This guy is so selfish. That level of thinking is just ridiculous. But nonetheless, though, now in this conversation where he's talking about finances, she's somebody who's requested that she would normally always get a massage at least once a week. He's saying that's not possible. Okay, end of the day, we're living off my money and I can't afford that. To be fair, there's certain things that he says that I do agree with, but at the same time, it's a bit of a sticky one.
At all.
Share the car, right? I can't share your spa expenses.
I really don't feel like I'm that unrealistic of a person financially and that I'm really not asking for much.
Stop
I mean, listen, obviously, at the end of the day, she did make the point herself in particular about, you know, well, you just spent money on these things, so what's the big deal? But obviously, he's saying that's because these are things that we can use together. The things that you want, we can't necessarily use together. That is here or there. But should Greta be expecting to... No, look at it this way. Look at it this way. The one big reason why I can't defend her case is very simple. She wants them to be living in their own place. To have that ability, then that means they need to be spending as least money as possible. So saying to him that I want to have massages at least once a week is ridiculous, because at the end of the day, the money that he's got coming in should be money for the place that they move into. Because right now, she can't work. And because she can't work, he has to be able to afford for the lifestyle of both of them. So really and truly, I don't know why they're not having a conversation about the fact that he should be saving money for them to move out, rather than have a conversation about bloody massages and the money situation.
It's working today. I couldn't afford the life that you want, and I'd lose you as a result.
You think I'm engaged to you for the money? Is that what you're saying?
I just want you to bear it in mind to be able to have things like this in life.
I am really surprised by this comment. Matthew knows I want to be an animal lawyer, but I cannot practice law until I have the proper certification, and it's going to take some time to do that.
I mean, to be fair, the fact that she's obviously talking, the fact that she did say to him, which I didn't put in this clip, she did say to him that obviously, you know, you did say you're working a job where you're earning lots of money. So what's the big deal? So of course he does then obviously make a very good point. Well, end of the day now, I've got to make sure that I keep making this money, because if I lose it, well, then I can't look after both of us. So I'm not surprised he feels as if she may be there for the money. You know what I mean? Obviously, it's clear that she's not, but I'm not surprised that he had to make that comment, because obviously she's making demands or requests or whatever that realistically aren't really making any sense. The matter of the fact is, their conversation should have involved, okay, you know, let's save as much money as possible. We can get out of here as soon as we can. That should be the primary goal. It is interesting, isn't it, how people make their prize something else that's not as important. The fact they're having a conversation about this and no part of the conversation had anything to do with earning money to move out is actually quite ridiculous. Both of these two clearly deserve each other if that's the mentality that they're going to go with. Oh my days, it's absolutely ridiculous. Damn, I nearly choked. But nonetheless though, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, folks, and we'll talk about it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.